Coming up, it's still hot in the Valley. What UTRGV Athletics is doing to prevent heat exhaustion during practice and games. Plus, the City of Edinburg receives $26 million to renovate its downtown area, which is expected to be built in minutes. And rates for type 2 diabetes are high in the Valley, but one UTRGV team of scientists is working to find treatments. All this and more, KVAQ-TV starts now. Hey there, vaqueros! Welcome back to the second fall edition of KVAQ-TV. I'm RUBEN LOZA. Today is Monday, August 30th, and at the top of the hour. With July and August being the hottest months of the year in the Valley, knowing the symptoms of heat exhaustion is crucial to staying safe. Student athletes who practice outside put themselves at greater risk of heat illness. Charlie has more on how UTRGV's athletics is taking precautions. Charlie?
Yes, Ruben. Heat illness is a serious medical condition that arises when the body is unable to manage exposure to intense heat, temperatures above 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Our athletic trainers keep our water bottles filled and are always encouraging us to stay hydrated on and off the field.
Captain of the UTRGV soccer team, Anna BARKEY, says she is comfortable communicating with the team's athletic trainers if her body is affected by the heat.
We don't usually feel dehydrated during training because we always have time to drink water. And as athletes, we're trained to pay attention to any abnormalities, whether it's in our muscles or something due to the heat.
Barkey says her training regimen helps her compete in varying weather. She says it enables her to tolerate the heat. Head athletic trainer Stephen Cross says that heat illness can happen any time of the day or night.
As we know, whether it's 7 in the morning or 7 at night or noon, conditions can still bring heat illness. It's where we can immerse someone in there with cold ice water and lower their body temperature rather than having to transport them, because every minute counts when it comes to exertional heat stroke.
Cross says if exertional heat stroke is suspected, they automatically activate EMS.
Heat exhaustion is one that we don't see often. Obviously, that's where it starts getting a little scary, and more of a serious illness that we need to manage appropriately so it doesn't get to the point of heat stroke. Obviously, if things continue to go south, we need to start initiating CPR, having an AED on hand right next to us.
He says he tries to provide educational guides to the athletes to check if they're properly hydrated.
And the majority of what they need to do for their bodies, their recovery, their preparation is through hydration, through nutrition.
These are some symptoms of heat exhaustion by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. If you think you may suffer from heat exhaustion, call your local medical clinic. For KVAQ-TV, I'm Charlie MAUREEN. Back to you, Ruben.
Thanks, Charlie. UTRGV Diabetes Institute received $2 million to identify rare gene mutations in large families in the Valley. UTRGV School of Medicine's South Texas Diabetes and Obesity Institute, Dr. Joanne Curran, is the principal investigator of the study. She says that the focus is to identify people at greater risk for developing type 2 diabetes and to find treatments for this disease. A press release sent out by the university states that rates for type 2 diabetes in South Texas far surpasses the national and state rates. The STDOI team is already measuring more than 800 different lipids found in existing blood samples of South Texas Hispanic families. UT Health RGV is building a new cancer and surgery center. The center will be located at the south side of Pecan Boulevard between Jackson and McCall Roads. This center will provide clinical services in medical radiation, surgical oncology, and clinical research. Some of those oncology advisory services are expected to be provided by the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center. The surgery center will include outpatient surgery and imaging spaces. Construction is expected to begin in spring 2022 and completed in spring 2024. The City of Edinburg is taking things to the next level by constructing new facilities to improve the city. Our reporter Jessica Maya spoke to the city manager. Jessica, what should we expect to see in the coming months?
RUBEN, the City of Edinburg passed a $26 million bond to create more recreational activities like a water garden, amphitheater, and parking lot. New attractions are expected in downtown Edinburg.
Some of the consensus was the fact that downtown needed improvement. The city leaders really said, okay, we're going to go all in with downtown. The single largest downtown investment that this city has ever made.
Garza shares the $26 million will be distributed into several projects. A 3-story parking lot with a food court on the first floor. The old Sam Houston Elementary School will be reconstructed as the arts, culture, and event center along with an amphitheater. Garza mentions the new facilities will not affect the resident property taxes as it is generated by the previous year taxes.
The great news about the City of Edinburg and really the Valley in general, the state of the economy is really healthy. Number one, we wanted to ensure that our recovery from COVID, there was no economic indicators that was impacting revenue.
Amelia Ibarra shares her perspective on the opportunities this project will bring to the community.
In a wonderful and positive way. I am hoping that the building and the construction of these things will affect our local workforce, that some of these jobs will be for some of the locals here in Edinburg.
Ibarra mentions the future is bright for the City of Edinburg.
Edinburg is growing, and I think that these are all positive things that are going to occur.
The city manager invites the community to come and attend the official kickoff of the Downtown Alive Festival on September 25th. Reporting for KVAQ-TV, Jessica Maya. Back to you, Ruben.
And here on campus, student organizations are returning to UTRGV just like students this fall semester. But there are some changes made to student organization guidelines to ensure that students gather and participate in a safe way. Rolando Avila reports. Rolando?
So we actually sent out our student organization event guidelines or updates on our guidelines last week. And so we were excited to announce that student organizations are allowed to continue their operations on campus.
The new guidelines were put in place to create a safe environment during the pandemic for students to participate in student organizations in person. On the other hand, students who want to participate in a student organization but are not comfortable meeting in person will not be left out.
We are encouraging our student organizations to host a variety of events, both in person and virtual, to accommodate all students.
Student organizations gathered at the Stomp, an event part of the Best Week Ever, to enjoy the event as well as recruit for organizations. This would be the first in-person event for many organizations since the pandemic began.
Really being out here with the students and promoting what we do, it's just great to be back.
Reporting for KVAQ-TV, Rolando Avila.
Thanks, Rolando. For a list of upcoming events and student organizations meetings, visit utrgv.campuslabs.com/engage. UTRGV celebrated its 6th anniversary on Wednesday with UTRGV Day. Our reporter, KARLA Valenzuela, was at the event. KARLA?
Ruben, I'm reporting at the UTRGV Day event as part of the Best Week Ever celebration in the UTRGV Edinburgh campus.
It's been 6 years since the University of Texas Pan American and the University of Texas at Brownsville merged. UTRGV Day is an annual celebration of the founding of the university. Associate Vice President for Marketing and Communications, Patrick Gonzalez, says UTRGV has progressed heavily since 2015, from building a medical school and UT health clinics to increasing enrollment in faculty and staff.
It's never easy to bring two universities that were run separately, to bring them together to form one. We were doing something that hadn't been done before. The best thing is we are probably in the best position that we've ever been over the last 6 years.
Gonzalez says UTRGV was established to improve higher education in the Rio Grande Valley. He explains that to ensure the safety and health of the campus community, this year's event looked a little different.
And you come get your t-shirt and say hi to those who are handing out the items and just make your way out.
Academic advisor for the School of Medicine, Veronica Villarreal, who represents Staff Senate at UTRGV Day, adds that the event is also to show appreciation for new students on campus after months of online classes due to COVID-19.
After being 18 months coming back from the pandemic, we do want to welcome back students, faculty, and staff back on campus and just promote that, that transition with our first years, second years, and just really bring back that community.
While students reflect on the past 6 years of school, they are also looking forward to another year at UTRGV.
It's been really a good experience over here. I'm really enjoying a lot. I'm interacting and meeting new people. It's really amazing over here. Free stuff is a plus plus. I'm really enjoying it.
He adds that he looks forward to the remainder of the fall semester. Reporting for KVAQ-TV, KARLA Valenzuela.
Last Thursday, UTRGV celebrated one of the biggest concerts of the year, The Stomp. Student Activities hosted the event with live music by a Selena Quintanilla cover band, Vidi Vidi Banda. There was also food, door prizes, giveaways, and a fireworks show that lasted about 10 minutes.
It was honestly nerve-wracking at first, but then once I got on there, it was just super fun.
I am very happy with it, ecstatic, very pleased with the turnout for the event.
The Student Government Association, the UTRGV Campus Activities Board, the UTRGV Civic Engagement Alliance, Pepsi, and hundreds of students attended this event to dance to Selena Quintanilla music. The next Stomp event is expected to take place next fall 2022. That's all for today. For KVAQ-TV, I'm Ruben LOZA. Stay safe, vaqueros.